up, guys? Back pattern traders. It's May 2nd on Sunday. Quick update on BTC and where we're possibly heading. So nothing has changed on my end regarding protecting my capital. I'm still playing this specific chart, no matter where BTC goes. The longer it takes for us to break this low, the more I'm convinced that the low is in. But I'm still being protective with my capital no matter what happens. There's a decent probability that this specific down channel is in play. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let me get rid of this. Over here. Hold on. Get rid of this right there. Okay, good. So we did hit our golden pocket from the $65,000 high down to the $46,000 low. Normally what happens when you hit this specific area, you get a rejection, which we did, and then you get down, you hit your support, and then you get continuation if you're bullish, right? If you do not get continuation, that means that you're technically going back to revisit the lows. So something along the lines of break down, retest this, and come back down here, and then create a new floor down here, right? The bearish scenario. So looking at a clean chart, real quick, let's get rid of this, let's get rid of everything here. Looking at a clean chart because we do not really, that still stands up there. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. This is our, okay, so get rid of this is the breakdown, which would be fine. Okay, so looking at a clean chart, based on the oscillators, we do have room for one more move up to the top side. You see how your 12-hour right here is the trend line has finally bottomed out. Not bottomed out, I'm sorry, finally has leveled out. The blue line, it's like pretty much flat line. That's good. That's really good. That means that two things are going to happen right now. Either we're going to come to it or it's going to come to us. So either way, both scenarios, they're not bearish, right? One of them is neutral, one of them is bullish. Now, if the trend line does happen to come to us, that's the best bullish case scenario for us, where this comes flat lines, this comes up, they meet, then they cross, then will be a decent short opportunity here. Or the neutral side will be that this will start curling down and it will find support on the signal line while this thing comes down to meet the mid. Right, so either way, this is not a bearish indication on the 12-hour. So do I anticipate that we put in a macro top? Absolutely not. Am I confident in that? Yeah, I'm pretty confident that we did not put in a macro top. Looking at price action itself, it looks like we do happen to have some kind of like, I don't know, inverse head and shoulders pattern, with the neckline being, let's go to the 4-hour, we'll be clean on the 4-hour. Yeah, with the neckline being somewhere along the lines of, I think it was 55. Let me see what the neckline is. The neckline is right there, 57.2. That's your neckline, and we're under it right now. So if you look at it, technically speaking, we kind of deviated the previous high on the microstructure. More likely than not, that's a little bit bearish, and then you get continuation to the downside, come somewhere around here, around $55,000. I do not think we're gonna lose 55K. It's way too early for that. Now, if we do happen to lose $54,000 and $55,000, then we could start targeting the golden pocket, which is currently right now at 51.3 to $51,000 flat, which also coincides with the previous low down here, right? So as long as we stay above this deviation and we don't revisit this area down here, I do not want to revisit this area. I don't care if it's a wick. A wick is fine, but I do not want to get a candle close under this specific red line. I don't want to get any candle close under $51,000 because that's going to defeat the purpose of the deviation. Then this specific range, this specific price action becomes a bottom range, and then we could take the same to apply it to the top range. So we'll be trading somewhere at that $61,000 to $63,000 range if this specific $51,000 range holds. Now, the most bullish thing that I could tell you guys currently right now is if you go to your weekly time frame, right? Go to your weekly time frame. We are putting in a possible hidden bull div. Get rid of, actually, I'll leave it. Hidden bull div is right here. And the only way we can confirm this hidden bull div is if we can get a candle close above this specific candle right here, which is currently sitting at 57, I think 300. Hold on, 57 right there, 57,500. 57,500. If we can get this weekly candle close in the next 8 hours to close above 57,500, that means that we have a confirmed hidden bull div, and the target will be the mid zone. $83,000 to $89,000, which is going to be somewhere along the lines of tapping this area right here. So go up, come back, make a higher low on the oscillator, and then come back for your main run, which should take roughly about anywhere between, I don't know, 4 to 6 weeks to play out. This is don't forget, this is a weekly time frame, so it's gonna take quite some time to play out. You're not gonna see it happen overnight. We could still get a dump and still be valid, but as long as we stamp it, as long as we close tonight above 57.5, then we know that for the next 6 weeks, whatever dump we get will be an opportunity to buy, not a continuation to the downside. Just keep that in mind. That's how I'm playing it. So I've been telling everybody in Discord that I am exiting the market at this specific area. Let me get rid of this real quick so I can show you exactly what I'm expecting. 7.9 and the 8.8. I hate that I don't have my fib levels here, guys. Shit. 88 right there. Oh, and the 7.2. Sorry. 7.2 right there. Okay, so I did tell everybody in Discord that I am exiting the market in this red zone. I am roughly about like 35 or 40% USD right now, USDT. I did close a lot of my positions. I am still net long. I am not shorting. I have a scalp short running, but I'm not even taking that into consideration because it's not much. It's only roughly about 0.75 of a BTC, so it's not really going to make me much. Even if we go down, I'm going to make a few G's, right? It's just basically just to make some extra side cash for the week and whatnot. So we are above the 12-hour mid TMA band on this specific time on this specific chart. As long as we stay above the 12 and the 4-hour, we should be okay. See, the 4-hour is still green. I'm going to label this for us. This is going to be the 4-hour. Mid TMA. Okay, cool. So we do happen to have a flat 4-hour open at 54,300, which more likely than not will get tapped. I don't anticipate that we're going to go make an all-time high from here. That's just a little bit, you're asking for a lot at that point. I do think that we need to get a proper retracement. When you see something like this, right, you usually get either a right shoulder and then die, or you usually get a dump into a right shoulder and then die. But either way, this has to take place or this has to take place. You don't just die. Doesn't work that way, right? This is a typical left shoulder head, right shoulder pattern. Not your typical head and shoulders. I'm talking about my pattern head and shoulders tied to oscillators, right? So I am expecting a little bit more downside into another poke to the top side. Overall, I don't think that we're going to break $61,000 under no circumstances. It's going to be kind of far-fetched. Let me close the TMA bands, and let me show you why I think so. Take your fib extension, and currently right now this is our higher low, even though we could definitely easily put in another higher low down here throughout the next couple of days, but for now we're working with this. So if we're working with this low over here, we need to hit 60,500, right? Which is also the 0.75, which is also the bear bull line. So everything is pointing to, I'm gonna make this specific area black so you guys could see it. Everything is pointing to this area. I'm gonna make this black. I'll make that dark right here. Okay, there we go. Everything is pointing to that black zone right there, which is also part of my red exit zone. As you can tell, we're dumping right now, so we should see some downside. Yeah. So I'd be careful. I'd be very careful if I'm opening up brand new longs. I wouldn't advise that under no circumstances. I'm not opening up any new longs at the moment. I did happen to open up some small leverage altcoin longs last night, but I'm pretty much going to get stopped out of break even because they're about to get stopped out. Pretty sure of it. I added to my SRM. Yeah. Well, it all depends what BTC does over here. But anyway, this is what I'm playing right now. You can move this. You can move this here. You can move this here, right? You can do it over here, and then you can come retest the breakdown, which is going to be somewhere along the lines of, say it does this, and then goes up. You know, it doesn't matter where you put this line. All you need to know is that this. Let's put it here. No, wait. What did I have? I think the 12-hour had the. No, was it 12-hour? Or was it the 1 hour? Hold on, let me see. Oh, there we go. Sorry, it was a 3-hour. All you need to know is that this specific black line is not going to be confirmed until we get either a lower low from this structure or a higher high. So this structure needs to either give us a lower low or a higher high, and then I could confirm this black trend line being precise, right? So then I could just move it a million ways. That's how I'm playing this specific range right now, guys. I am still in the in the motion of protecting my capital. I do think that we will end up testing the lower range throughout the next couple of weeks. No matter what happens, we need to come down here. You don't just deviate. You don't just deviate and then not come back and retest this. The only way you do this is if you're incredibly bullish, and if that's the case, then dude, we're talking about 80,000 plus, right? Which is awesome for us bulls. I'm gonna show you another thing where this is the mini. Oh, this was the altcoins. Hold on. Here we go. So. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this right now. So let's go to the 2-day real quick. So you see, all right, the 2-day TMA band has completely been flipped right here. We reclaimed it. I'm gonna label this the 2-day. Actually, I'm not gonna label it the 2-day. You see that the 2-day TMA band has been flipped right over here. Look at the 3-day now. The 3-day just turned green, and we are at day 3 TMA mid, and we are at $46,000. So if the 2-day is above us, is under us, right? And the 2-day and the 3-day is right. If the 2-day is under us and the 3-day is literally coming up slowly, that means that within the next maybe 2 weeks, we're gonna have a brand new floor. We are not breaking the 3-day TMA band. I'm gonna make it very clear to you guys. The only time we break it is if we are putting in a fucking top. So unless you think that we're putting in a top, we're not breaking this, guys. Right? Yeah, you might get a wick under it, but you're not breaking this with the candle close. That will pretty much be the first time ever in the bull run history that we ever broke. This is Binance. I need to go to Bitstamp. That we broke. Bitstamp should be blue. There we go. That we broke the 3-day TMA if we happen to get under there. You see this? We do not break the 3-day TMA. We stay in the orange the whole time. We never ever break it ever in the bull run. Ever since we break all-time highs, all right? So I'm not anticipating that. You see, the only time we break it is once we top and then we start touching the green, right? Otherwise, if you are in the bull market, you do not break the 3-day TMA. You do not break the 3-day TMA. I don't know how else I could say this to you guys. For everyone that thinks that we're in a bear market, we're not, guys. Play smart. Okay, go back to my chart real quick. Sorry about that. And let's go over here. All right, go 15-minute. Oops, sorry about that. Here we go. So that's the visual that you need to see. Keep this in your chart. 3-day TMA, 2-day. As long as we're above it, we're fine. Current microstructure, 12 hours on. We're on the 12-hour right now. As long as we don't break the 4-hour, we should be okay. 4-hour is sitting at 54.63. Now we could technically do something along the lines of this. Let me go to a daily time frame. Here we go. Remember, guys, I'm still playing with these specific old school ranges right here. Nope. This is the way it should be. Sorry about that, guys. Right there. Okay, so now we could also be doing something along the lines of this, where we have a daily order block at the 0.5, where I'm going to bid heavy right here. And let's put this DOB, right? And let's make this green, because that's going to be my new green buy zone. Let's make this mid center. Okay, cool. So I don't think that we're breaking this, man. I just can't see it. You know, everything will be invalidated as soon as we make a move. Oh, nice. Ren is pumping, guys. Beautiful. Let me see Ethereum. Ethereum's about to make a move too. That was like liquidity grab. Let me see. Oh yeah. Ethereum's about to make a move right now, guys. Let's fucking go. Give me that. Let me see. Ethereum 39. Cool, guys. Let's go. That was like nice lick grab. Okay, so back to what I was saying, guys. I can't see. I don't even know where I was. Where was I? 4-hour daily. There we go. I can't see us breaking under this right here. It just wouldn't make any sense that we spent all this time building this specific order block, and then all of a sudden we're just gonna fucking break right under it. 3 days worth of consolidation. Wouldn't make sense. It's the same type of pattern that we spent over here. We spent 5 days consolidating over it. We broke under it, and then when we actually came back to revisit that area, look how long we took in it, just to build a base. Now it doesn't make sense just to do this, right? Like I said, guys, Two things are going to happen from a clear chart. Put on your VWAP so you guys can see it, and put on your previous weekly and your previous daily. That's it. So we're either going to come and tap this and then die, or we're going to come fill these specific gaps over here. One. Remember what I told you guys about the PVDs, right? Previous day PDVs. PDV. I'm going to just label them real quick on the chart so we have them for ongoing purpose. Let's make them green, and let's make the style green. This way everyone is on the same page. Get rid of this. And then we do 1, then we do 2, then we do 3, and that's it. We got 3 above us. So unless we take one of these 3, I don't even want to talk about making a lower low. I don't want to talk about being bearish. I think bears just... there's an understanding with price action, and there's an understanding with patterns. If we're going to make a lower low from here without taking any of the top liquidity over here, or even retesting the breakdown, that means we're incredibly bearish. And given our current circumstance and our situation, how we keep making higher lows. Obviously not in this instance. Unfortunately, we made a lower low for the first time ever. But given the fact that the overall picture is still making higher highs and higher lows, I can't see us dumping without going to retest one of these 4 levels. Let's actually label the weekly too, just in case we need it. This is going to be the weekly. Previous weekly VWAP. Okay. Let's make this gold, just because it's going to be gold. So, yeah, guys, I'm not into the whole idea of us making lower lows yet. Okay, I'm just not into it. Now, in the immediate short-term future right now, we need to make sure that we get above this specific area over here, which is roughly about 57.74. That will confirm that my theory is correct, and basically get above this, and then you can target that $59,000 range. Now, if we do happen to go down before up, we're going to fill the gap over here, which is currently sitting at 55.4, and then also there's one more gap down here at 53.8. Right? You see how we stopped over here at the previous weekly? I mean, and there's another gap all the way down here at $49,000. Just keep that in mind. So it's just playing ping pong from gap to gap, right? We have a gap up here that needs to fill. We just filled the one down here a few days ago. And then we have this gap, we have this gap, and we have this gap up here. And also on the downside, we have the $49,000 gap. So we got 1, 2, 3 on the downside, and then from the top side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why would you go down before up? You got more to the top than you do from the bottom. Okay, guys, this is a visual of how I'm playing this. Let me get rid of this because we don't need this anymore. Let's go over real quick the trend bars. I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm trying to do as much as I can quickly over here. Let me actually save this so we can have this. Oh, actually, no. Let's see what monthly. Let's see what the Monday range is. Okay, yeah. Also, guys, Monday high does fall at 54.39, which is also the daily order block. I really don't think we're gonna break that area. We get back into Monday range, then if we get back under this, then we can start talking about targeting down here, which is the weekly open at $49,000 and 48.7. But I doubt that. I'm not even gonna think that that's even a possibility yet. Okay, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, this is definitely on the tables. Let's go over here. We have that. Let's go over here. We have that. All right, let's go over the higher time frame. Okay, this is your range. You're still above your macro range high, which is still okay. We are putting in some kind of like fake little flag. I don't even know what you want to call this. But let's just call this a little bit of a flaggy. And if we do happen to take the measured move, where's my arrow? I don't even have an arrow here. How dare me. Yeah, it points you straight to the, well, if the breakout is over here, it points you straight to that $61,000 range, which is also the local range high. All right, so Ethereum BTC, we're approaching our exit point. This is our exit. I'm getting out of all my Ethereum longs once we tap this area, because I know we're going to get a decent retracement to the downside. I can't see us getting above that without getting a retracement to the downside at that point. What else did I want to show you guys? Okay, so we did this. That's the exit point. Let's get rid of this. I don't need, let me see, no, I don't need this anymore. This is my alts. I want to show you guys one thing. Let's go to trend bars. Okay, the 12-hour has officially turned white, which is fucking phenomenal, right? White is always bullish. The daily, though, is still black, unfortunately. You see how we try to We tried to turn white and we failed. Remember, I always told you need 2 white confirmed candles before you could expect the third one to poke up. We didn't get that yet. 3 days still black, 2 days still black, 5 days still doesn't even count. I don't go further. I don't go past the 3 day. If you look at the past, look what the last few 3 day black candles have done for us. They've been nothing but bearish, unfortunately. So let's see. As soon as we get the first white 3 day candle, we could assume that we're going to resume the uptrend. Okay. The 3 day has had a really good success rate. Once it turns white, it doesn't revert back, right? So if we get the first white 3 day candle, we should fly. Okay, done. Now go to the 12 hour. Let's see the lower time frame. 3 hour bearish, 4 hour bearish. Unfortunately, let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour is extremely bearish. It's very black. Again, once you turn white, you get your little breakout. So let's hope that this is consolidation. And now we make a move up over here, come back, retest the breakout, and then go up. Otherwise, this does not look too healthy right now in the lower time frame. Close this, open up the sell signals and the buy signals. I want to go over this with you guys because a lot of people don't understand how these are used. Now, the 5 hour and the 9 hour and the 7 hour have been pretty precise with tops and bottoms, right? So when you get a sell signal, let's go to my USDT because I like using USDT. There you go. When you get a buy signal and a sell signal on a 9 hour, you cannot neglect it. You cannot ignore it. Let's get rid of all this because we don't need all this, right? So this doesn't mean that this candle is bearish or this candle is bearish. When you get a signal, I'm going to make it very clear to you guys because a lot of people were asking me about this in the Discord. All this is indicating is that since this candle turned red, we are officially in distributive behavior. That we are distributing and we could die from here. This is like your look for short zone, right? Same thing with here. Look for long zone. Look for long zone, right? Let me show you guys. I'm gonna make this green. Let me make this green. So all the signals are telling you is that look, these are the zones that you want to look for shorts, right? That's all it's telling you, and you obviously need to have confluence with the oscillators, right? Look for a long, look for long, and again look for shorts, and we actually got a short dumpy. But if you want to compare it to the oscillators, how they look, right? This is the perfect signal because you had a sell signal, obviously a second sell signal. Again, 2 are always stronger than 1. 2 are always stronger than 1. Don't forget that 2 are always stronger than 1, right? This one had 3 at this point, but it was very strong at that point, right? So this is the strongest sell signal. When you get a sell signal, plus you get an over/under, plus you get an RSX cross. Again, here you have a double top 1, 2, but you're all the way down here. You want your blue line to come all the way up here, and then you could assume that we're officially topping. So until you get all the way up here, we're nowhere near the top, guys, right? See how the blue line is all the way up here, right? The blue line is all the way up here, and the blue line is all the way up here. Look at the three previous tops, and look where your blue line was, right? 1 top, 2 tops, 3 tops. Okay, so now where was the blue line over here, right? Blue line was all the way up here, completely black, black, black. The blue line's at the bottom, guys, right? So more likely than not, we're gonna end up doing something along the lines like this, and this is gonna come all the way up. We're far from being topped, unfortunately, for anyone that's bearish, right? 5 hour signals are very strong as well, as you could tell. They do happen to catch decent RRs, right? They're really solid. I like them. I play them all the time. And also on the lower time from the 1 hour, to me the 1 hour is pretty much the main confirmation that, hey guys, be careful, we are approaching a potential top. But I use it with confluence with the oscillator. I don't just, oh look, a sell signal came in, let me just take a short. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. 3 hour 2, we got a sell signal here. I did scalp a short here, but the only reason why I scalped a short here was because we had an RSX cross. I use the swing mode a lot, guys. I personally use the swing mode a lot for the RSX. So my version is a little bit different than your version. I did have exhaustion on it, so it was a easy blind short when I had it over here. I didn't short this, but I did short this as a scalp, right, and whatnot. So hopefully we get a nice little bounce over here at the buy zone, 55.8, which we actually hit. I didn't long this in the morning. I scalped long, but I already closed it. I did scalp long some altcoins that I'm currently in right now, but they're at break even, so we'll probably get stopped out if BTC does a micro leg down. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys how the sell signals work, because a lot of people are just taking them blind. Just because you get a sell signal does not mean that you short that candle. You start looking for short entries. You start looking for short entries, right? Once you see that, especially if you see a higher time frame. If you see a daily short, not daily. I'm sorry, I think it was a 12-hour. Yeah, 12-hour short signal. You start looking for specific entries to shorts, man. You know, you're not gonna just get out of this, especially if your oscillators are telling you, hey, there's a buy here, there's a buy here. Open up your oscillators and look at your oscillators, right? Did we bottom? Yes, we did. Right? Did we bottom? Yes, we did. So why are you not looking for longs, right? The way I see it now is the signal line completely bottomed in the daily. The RSX completely bottomed in the daily. So once this thing gives you your retest, that's gonna be your retest to a new high. And I don't anticipate us getting a retest under that specific line right there. That's gonna be your floor in my eyes. I can't see us breaking that wick, that $50,000 wick. Only way we break that is if we go for another div. But we already did a div, so why go for another div? If we go for another div, then we're gonna come down here for a third drive, or something along the lines like this, right? And then go up. What's up with all this gap over here then? That doesn't usually happen, right? 3 drives are close together, right? They're close together, like this. You making a third drive down here is not really a fucking 3 drive pattern. I don't know what the fuck this is. That's just basically putting in a brand new bottom. And I'm not telling you that we cannot go to 45,000. We could. The 3-day TMA band is at $45,000, guys. Keep that in mind, right? So it's a very, very dominant area that I'm looking for right there. So if we do happen to go down to $45,000, I am anticipating that I'm going to long it like crazy. But just keep this in mind. If we do happen to close, even a wick under this $50,000, this $47,000 low, we can anticipate further downside. That's the way I see it. I know a lot of people think that, oh, SFPs are good, we're going to SFP and we're going to go up. No, I don't think so. If an SFP takes place, that means that we're just preparing and preparing ourselves for further downside afterwards. Yeah, we're going to get an initial bounce up and whatnot, but we're going to end up doing something along the lines like this at that point, right? Once we take out this low. I need this low to stay intact. Just keep that in mind. If you look at the monthly, we did close the monthly candles. Look at the monthly real quick. But I want to do it on Bitstamp. Okay. Oh, 2 sell signals. Once we get the third one, I'm completely out. I have to put a what do you want to call it? An alert for the Discord. Because look, we have BTC signals. All the signals come in for us so that we get an alert once they come in. So we're prepared before the move takes place. So from what I'm looking at right now, guys, I am hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I am looking at a potential pattern of, see how we had at least 1, 2, 3 bounces. Yeah, we haven't had even one bounce yet. We just did one. So I'm anticipating something along the lines like this, and then that will be your end of year dump. So until we actually cross under this, until we cross the RSX to the downside, I can't see this being a potential macro top. It wouldn't make any sense to me, unfortunately. And the monthly did happen to close right now, so let's see how the monthly closed. The monthly, in my eyes, closed a little bit on the bear side, which is disgusting, right? Just put it right there. So more likely than not, we're gonna fill this wick, man. We're gonna fill this wick, and usually when you fill the wick, you do happen to go to at least bare minimum the 0.6, which is gonna be somewhere along the lines of 54 to, where's the 79 to 50.6. Fill the wick a little bit, you know, and then carry on its course, something along the lines like this, range, and then go up. Not this big of a range. It's not going to go into 2022. I'm anticipating, guys, by summertime we should be making another move to the top side. September, October, November is take profit months for me. I think the end of the year will be completely bearish, and I will be exiting my whole crypto stash by the end of the year. I'm not going to keep it in under no circumstances. So that's what I'm going to expect. But I do expect this wick to get filled, more likely than not. The 2-month closed as an SFP. 3 week. Yeah. The 2 week just put in a I don't know who that is, but I'm not picking that up. The 2 week just put in a an order block that unfortunately will probably be a big resistance for us, which is going to be this. We're going to have a hard time getting above this. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be very hard to get above this. And then we have another order block to the downside over here. Right? So let's just assume that we're going to just ping pong between these two order blocks, top and bottom. And if we break this order block over here, then we could assume that we're going to come down to retest this order block over here. So until we break this, we could just basically ping pong like this and then go up. But if we do happen to break this, we're going to come down here to fill this whole wick and then start consolidating here before I move up. That's how I'm playing it, guys. I'm still protecting my capital. I'm not bearish at all, but I need to be wise because I don't have a 9 to 5 anymore, guys. I'm doing this full time, so I can't just be assuming that the numbers are gonna just keep going up and up. Trade safe. Enjoy your weekend. Anyone that's celebrating Easter today, happy Easter. And don't forget, guys, the real breakdown was here. So until we get I think it was, hold on, let me see something. Was it 2 hour? Hold on. Yeah, actually, no, it's right here. Hold on. It was a 10 hour or 12. Where was the order block that I saw? Oh, here you go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just blind. Here you go, guys. This specific order block, in my eyes, needs to get tapped one more time, and that'll be your breakdown, right? So you could do it this way, you could do it this way, you could do it this way, whatever you prefer. But anyway, this order block needs to get tapped one more time, in my eyes. That's the breakdown order block. So if we could somehow get lucky and do something like this, take out this specific high, and then just croak, that'd be great. Or if you don't want to get that high, at least tap this order block over here. So one of these two, either red or green, has to get tapped in my eyes, like this, and then go back down, and then fill your right shoulder somewhere down here. Guys, cheers. Enjoy your weekend. Don't overtrade. It's Sunday. They're going to fuck everybody out of the market today. They're going to fuck longs and they're going to fuck shorts, guys. So be careful. Enjoy your Sunday. Happy Easter to anyone celebrating Easter. And thanks for tuning in.